Oh, god damn.
Put it slow and wow. From a birdie off.
Huh?
From a chance of a birdie off the green to just fucking four putting. Wow.
Welcome to golf, baby.
God damn. So what do you think, man? What do you think about the playoffs right now?
NBA or NHL?
NBA. NHL just lost the total love for that game since
Canucks?
Canucks are not.
I know, that was the only reason I even watched NHL playoffs.
And they're doing well. I'm like actually watching games and following along what's going on.
Well, even when they had hope, you actually would be like, well, this is a team that's on the right path.
Yeah.
They're going to do something. But now the ownership is too busy fucking...
What'd you get on that one?
Double? I'm too busy not paying his blueberry workers. The guy doesn't give a fuck about anyone.
135.
I'd say he's probably one of the worst owners in hockey, not sports.
Yeah. I think he's just been there a little too long and not done enough.
So he's one of those guys, he seems like a micromanager and a half.
Yeah.
Just a fucking clown. Got some nice golf courses, but a fucking clown. How many yards is this?
135.
All right.
I'm looking at a buck 35, pretty uphill, so.
What are you using, a 9?
I'm going with a 9 to just kind of punch it up there.
Gotcha.
I would have went with a pitch if it was a nicer day, but.
Not today, sir, not today.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Spit that gum out. All right, baby. Show me what you got today. Come on, get the distance. Okay.
You got distance.
Okay. Tee shots have been good. Putty needs to turn it
Putting
around.
needs a little work.
Who do you think in the East, out of those 4 teams, are going to actually, 5, 6 teams are going to make it in the play-in, do you think?
I think it, out of the which
Who
team?
is it, Miami?
I think the team that falls out is Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're right there. They're
Brooklyn
on the
or
cusp.
Atlanta. I think
the only thing they could play out is because they had such a good record before, that now it's just kind of keeping pace. You know how you said that even on the West?
But the problem is they're only like 1 game or 2 games ahead of Miami, and Miami's obviously like, Miami's one of those teams that you just can't kill no matter what happens, how the season goes.
Yeah.
When it comes to the playoffs, that team is a team.
Is Lowry even playing right now?
He's coming off the bench.
Oh,
He's been shit. I mean, Precious Atua has been a better player than him over the last few years. So after all that shit talking about Masai Ujiri, he did pretty well on the trade after all.
Oh, caught ground there.
So much ground.
The ground just ate it.
Yeah, that was big time.
That's why I'm trying to just tee it up a little bit higher than normal, just because of this nasty ground. That's why my shots aren't going as far either. But
no, I just
it was just ground. That was the only reason. Otherwise, your shot was pretty standard straight. This guy's fishing for his ball already behind us at his own hole. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy little finish for the East right now.
Because they only have, like 10 to 12 games left per team, right?
Now. So everybody's got to kind of push, and one of these teams or 2 of these teams got to go on like a little bit of a streak here and get put together like a bunch of wins.
Fuck, man, it's going to be interesting to see.
Especially for teams that, remember we talked kind of about the matchmaking of these games, that some teams are going to have to think about where they end up and who they're going to play right away.
Well, that's like the Clippers a couple years ago when they not tanked, but at the end of the season, they lost some games on purpose to avoid playing a specific team. I think they wanted Luka.
Yeah.
And they almost got beat by Luka in the first round too when he was going off. So we'll see what happens, Ben.
There you go. That was better contact. You went through this time.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't you still got ground, but you didn't let the ground stop the shot this time?
No, and I got a shit ton more ground last time. That was the other.
You just got to make sure you just go right through the shot. Even if it hits the ground, just fucking pummel it. Worst case scenario, what's it going to do? Go over the green?
Yeah, I know. Just the fear of letting go sometimes.
Yeah,
You see where the ball goes. C comes out of the East, man. One team I've really been impressed with lately, and didn't think I would say it this season, would be Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I think Embiid's gonna win MVP now.
he should. I think
He's the
just
team.
by what he's having to do with that team right now.
Jokic is killing it. He's
Yeah.
probably the most efficient. But the problem I always have is like, does defense count for MVP voting? Because
It should.
if you're talking about like Jokic is the better offensive player,
Yeah.
but Embiid and Giannis are such better defensive players on top of that too.
Yeah.
So that should factor into it, but I think a lot of times it doesn't.
And that's why I like betting on Embiid on getting blocks per game, just because he's that defensively. He has to go back and do that. There's nobody else on that team that's gonna go back and block.
Fuck, I think this green's gonna be flying, dude.
I know. I see a
It's so dry right now.
left to right break. I gotta punch it up a bit.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to hit it. That side you're gonna have to hit it up. My
Yeah.
side's just fucking dry as hell.
I didn't go right or left enough.
I'd move yours
Mark it.
just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got that other break.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna be aiming towards your ball a little more too.
You can use my little marker there.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a break we're gonna get here at Gladwin, but we'll find out.
I'd scrape the right side of my little thing there.
Yeah.
You had the right idea. It was just a little light.
Yeah.
But you
it
had the
was.
right idea there. Get up. Wow. The greens are definitely a lot different than I remember them. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
You sure we should be getting this round on audio right now?
Pardon?
You sure we should be getting this round on audio right now?
That's golf, man. We got to be realistic with ourselves. What'd you get?
Fuck. Well, bogey? What? Jeez.
All right, we're looking at finally a big hole here, boys. Big hole.
Remember I first started playing it, I always want to go left on this hole. For some weird reason.
So to the hole, it's like 280. So realistically, it's on what you're trying to get it to here, I guess. Like I need that A wedge shot, so I need 100 and about 70 yards. So it's telling me 6-iron it, and then get a nice little wedge in there. Might shoot 2 balls on this hole, just one old night, one real one first, and then just one driver just to pummel it down.
I like how they have a sign, please avoid hitting neighbors' property on left side. I'm like, you think we're purposely trying to
Yeah.
aim left? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, we really want to hit you guys' houses because that's helping our game.
That's really what my aim is at.
Like, I understand where you're coming from, but this is the game of golf. Oh, I opened up a bit. Come on, get down, baby. Get down. Okay.
You're worded on the...
Whoa, there goes the cart.
We
Ladies
got a
and gentlemen.
runner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh yeah, I forgot to press this thing down.
we got a cart race. Oh, I have small ones. My big babies. All my big tees, I end up leaving them in my pocket, and then they all come out in my washroom at home.
Oh,
There's
the
like a
small-
pile of them.
I have a
there.
bunch of big ones. You can grab a bunch for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one big one. So.
My issue is that do you have any small tees in there or no?
Yeah, yeah.
My issue is I always leave the small tees behind because I forget to pick them up.
Ah, get down, baby.
I don't know where that would have landed.
Okay, okay. And we got that Western Conference here, where yesterday's game, holy shit, did you watch the end of that game there?
I saw
Fuck.
the end of it, caught it.
That was so bad. Anthony Davis just
What did he do? I caught like the 3 instead, but I
The
didn't.
first he fouled Kebler on a 3.
And then he
Kai
missed.
scores every basket. Then Anthony Davis is fouled. He only scores 1 out of 2. You got a guy that scored 3, first of all. You can't put in your 2 shots, which would have put that 3-point.
But he fouled the guy on a 3 for some reason.
Yeah,
right?
so that guy scored all 3. Then on the other side, Anthony Davis gets fouled. He puts up 1 out of 2 of his free throws. So now it's a 2-point game. They come back, and then again, Anthony Davis.
He's the guy.
Kebler, Kleber, whatever his name is,
Kleber.
out in the arc. And again, the pass goes there with 0.02 seconds.
Yeah.
And he just got it out of his hands.
Fuck.
And it was because obviously everybody double teamed, triple teamed Kyrie.
Right.
And he got stuck, but he made that pass, saw that guy open. That guy took the perfect shot
That was without Luka too.
without him.
That was a huge game because I was looking at the standings after. Mavs are 36 and 35, and Lakers are 34 and 37.
Yeah. And
Otherwise, they would have both had the same record.
and it would have been tied the series 2-2, and they have another game.
There's 5 games between those
yeah,
guys?
man. So they would have had one more game that was going to come up and be the tiebreaker.
How the fuck did those teams play 5 times
Yeah.
against each other?
They could have tied it 2-2.
Yours is over there somewhere, right?
So now automatically Dallas has the tiebreaker no matter what. They won 3 games.
I mean, I got a Luka jersey and I got a Kobe jersey, so.
That's crazy. That's just
I always liked the Mavericks. I liked them more when they shit kicked LeBron and his little bitches.
the crew.
The crew. The Heatles.
So you're
How many yards you
looking
looking
at
That's 100 up there.
180.
Damn.
You're looking at a 180-yard shot from here.
Okay. This is gonna.
Hybrid it down.
Yeah, damn. You caught so much dirt, it kind of pissed me off. Otherwise, it was a good shot.
Oh, you pop it up a bit.
I did.
You just kind of
wanted
wanting
to kill it,
see
I
where
felt-
it goes. I know.
Fuck's sakes. That was a really bad shot.
Try to keep that head down. Right when you hit the ball's gone, pop it up. You can do whatever you want. You could jump out of position, whatever it is. All right, we got a 7-iron from Grinder. Not bad. Kick right a bit. Bite. Okay, not bad. A little over the green. Can't complain. It's understood. 9-iron connected a little too clean. You think the Lakers can still hold up and just stay in the play in there?
Oh, easily. But they can't really, like, the thing is, they don't really have much margin of error left. They're like
true.
34, 37. There's a bunch of other teams within 1 game ahead of them, 1 game behind them.
I think they're going to have to hit 40 wins.
That still might not be enough.
Yeah, that's true. It might still not be enough. That's the minimum.
That's going to get them to 40 and 42.
Like their
It's
bare
maybe
minimum
enough,
is going to
we'll
have
see.
to be like 40 to 41, and then it all plays out on what those other teams do.
I think they still play the Jazz. They still play the Suns. They got a game against the Clippers and shit.
They got like 2 games still against Jazz. They got Minnesota. They got teams in the East, Chicago twice, who are also trying to get into play-in.
But Chicago is just a bad team.
Yeah. But look at freaking what happened. Hopefully these guys don't pull what happened against Houston and lose to a team like that.
But
Like
that one, they had no AD or LeBron.
Yeah, they didn't.
Like, what is this team? The Houston team is better without AD and LeBron. All the Lakers have on their team is a bunch of role players.
straight up.
I mean, sometimes it works, but when your main guys aren't healthy, it's useless.
All right, 2 wedge shots. Looking at a pretty close shot here. Move this up a bit there. Ay, ay, ay.
Can't do shit on this hole.
Make sure we're getting up and through the ball. Punch it down a bit. Bite. Sit there, baby.
Nice shot.
Okay. I'm looking at a par op. There you go.
Oh, shit.
You're good there. You took it to a good little, I think it's pretty straight from there. Oh, look at the run on these things.
Fuck, man. I can't get anything right now.
God damn.
Oh, I got a double, but still, that's sad.
God damn.
Especially a glad one.
freaking Gladwin.
How many yards is this?
110 downhill though, so about 100 yards I'd say.
Oh.
It's gonna be a little risky. It's like, do I A-wedge this, which could be too much, or do I 52 it?
Just choke up on it if you're gonna.
Yeah, like a clean 52 should actually get there. Clean 52.
I always feel like we go short on this hole no matter what.
Usually we do. Rarely do we go
Rarely is it
blowing
over.
by.
It's always like 9 times out of 10 is generally short. Even if it's close, it's still short.
Oh,
Yeah, you got it down big time.
yeah, 100%.
Oh,
What?
damn.
Dang, that tree. Okay. Gotta make it up now, boys. Get a little bit of that weed out. Take a couple drags.
Just a couple.
Weed is a very beneficial thing on the golf course when the day's going bad. Can turn things around pretty quick.
At least you hope so.
Always keep weed on you.
Going to the right.
Smoking weed, playing a little golf, talking sports. Hard to beat this shit.
Be nice one there.
Still March
March Madness, baby.
compared to what we saw in California just 2 months ago, basically almost.
This is Cali weather, pretty much.
This is it. This is what it felt like almost. So maybe they're the tad bit warmer because the temperature was a little more than, it was around the 17, 18. Whereas here it's still at 14-ish, 15. Today's supposed to get to 18.
Is it actually?
Yeah,
Okay.
today is the day, 18, tomorrow 17, but then rain in the evening,
Well, it's all good.
which is
Get some
perfect.
baseball practice in tomorrow.
Straight up, get it done early to just punch this one out really. You got a tree in the way, so it's gonna have to be low. Bite.
Ooh, settle down, baby.
Oh my goodness, I punched the crap out of it. I thought I was gonna get way more ground. Where did this little cuck go? Holy, I can't believe I overshot it that much. All right, guys.
I got a pretty decent roll from where you hit it.
Really nice roll. Scared of hitting it hard again.
I know, I could tell. You just
Fuck.
didn't. You wanted to ease up a little bit on it this time. I just eased up on it. Fuck. I either hit it too hard or when I don't need to.
Finish it off. Hope you guys heard that sound. Oh, that one broke.
Ooh,
That
close.
was good bounce. Fuck. Finally, Seahawks are like bringing in like basically a brand new defense.
Well, I mean, they've ranked the bottom 5
Yeah.
in the last.
Hell
they've,
yeah.
They've
They
changed
better clean house.
coordinators. They've changed like. That's a fucked up thing is their defense has been trashed for years now. Ever since like the end of the Legion of Boom era, they just
Yeah.
haven't been able to find. Like everyone forgets about the Jamal Adams trade now because they did so well with the Russell Wilson
Yeah.
trade, right?
Yeah.
But that cost them 2 first-round picks, which could have been crucial to their development because one of them turned into a pretty high pick too. So it's a lot of what ifs. Like what happened if they didn't trade for Jamal Adams? Would they have been able to afford other players to keep around Wilson, right? So big what if. But it looks like they're on the right path. Now the question is,
What'd you get on that last one?
a bogey. The question is, you want to use that tee?
Let's see how far this thing is.
You're gonna probably 200 something.
170.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's telling me 6 iron, but wind looks like it's coming right at us.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hybrid it.
That's, yeah.
Well, the thing with the Seahawks is that great that they're improving their defense, but what version of Geno are you going to get? Are you going to get the Geno in the first half, or are you going to get the Geno of the second half?
Yeah.
Because the Geno of the second half wasn't worth
But the
the
see that
32.5
one-
million, but the Geno of the first half is getting underpaid if you're paying him only 33 million,
But
right?
they were looking at the stats, why he also, like, the turnover started coming in. They're like, he was on the field for so much because the defense would give up. Like, the defense was on the field so much, and then they would, like, put it in a
Put
bad
more pressure
position.
on the offense.
So now they were the one team that always had to travel the furthest to get a touchdown. So it's like now the yards are already against you. So one odd is already against you.
That makes sense.
So now they're like, if you can get a better defense, that helps
But
your
the
offense so much
But the
too.
problem now is that for Geno is he a guy who can do well without a defense?
Yeah.
Or does he need one? Is he one of those players where you have to have everything around him to be good in order for him to be successful?
wind is pushing it at us and to the right now. So you're going to see a little bit of a kick to the right.
We're going to see some shit today, folks.
Even though by the hole it's blowing left. That's weird.
Did you tee it up a little bit?
Yeah, I didn't want to hit this ground as much. Try to find, like straight ground. See how these are kind of like, it's like weird level.
Four! No, actually, I'm good.
Killed that thing though.
Oh, shit.
Good connection, it just went that way. That's it.
It went back
Really
on the
good
fairway.
connection though, man.
I was just going to go back to the Seahawks. That division is up questionable this year,
Fuck
too.
yeah, that's the best thing.
Right? Like, you like how good, like, the thing is, yeah, the 49ers are good,
Yeah.
but they always have quarterback issues, and of course they do well. The rest of the team is so much better, but
That's their thing. They build such a good defense that their offense can be mediocre almost.
they have a
just
great
get far,
running
but-
game. They got great
Yeah.
pass protection. They got a great. Damn,
The
I
hell?
forgot a jacket.
A
They
vest,
have great
too,
like
out of all time.
schemes, great coaching. Like, dude, they had a 7th round draft pick, leading the team to the semifinals.
Yeah.
and that was their third
So,
string.
and now
they
you
lost
seventh round, the
Garoppolo.
last guy in the draft.
They lose Lance. They get Garoppolo because they re-signed him in the
Yeah.
offseason, or kept him, sorry. Then Garoppolo goes down. Then they turn to Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy finally went down, and then
Yeah.
no more magic for Shanahan.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man, because like the Cardinals are going to be trash. Murray's probably going to miss a majority of the season, and even if he does come back,
won't
like
be the
guys,
same.
first year after their ACL,
Yeah.
they're just not the same.
No.
They're good.
You're
They
trying to
can
get
be,
used to what that is
but
coming back.
the mental aspect of
Yeah,
it
hell
too,
yeah.
right?
Because
gotta
you're scared
plan
in
on
your head
foot.
sometimes.
Because even, I don't know, when he got hit, did he just was running, right? And his knee just kind of gave out on him?
It was himself. Nobody was
Yeah,
even
he
near
was
him.
running and
Yeah.
his knee, like, whatever.
It buckled like underneath his body.
Those are like the worst injuries.
worst injuries. when you do-
Sometimes it can be beneficial because you can think with those knee injuries. If it was a clean, like, torn ACL, he's good.
Yeah, do like
But
a
if he
full
has
swing.
that, like
stay a little bit more down in your body too. Yeah.
if he's got a torn ACL, MCL, and some other shit, because I don't know exactly. Oh.
That will quite a bit, but you just caught the top of the ball. That's it.
Still.
Tie it with that one, especially. Just get your body even a little lower. So even if you do pick up, you're already so low.
Fuck.
But that one you could punch out pretty hard. Even if it hits the ground, you're smacking the shit out of that thing, man. It's almost like a sand shot in like really wet conditions, because
Yeah.
you're basically like, yo, I'm gonna pummel it,
Yeah,
and
and
just
then
make
it's
sure I'm opening it up a tiny bit so it does get the height. These greens are so fast, nothing's really sitting on green right now. There you go. That was a good one. Really good speed.
Mountains look nice in the background.
Finally a par.
Oh, this is the dog leg to the left, right?
Left.
That's 100. So this, from here to that stick, it's 200 and something yards. 202 roughly.
Like the water is
But that's actually the white back there, so we're probably playing under 3.
water is 190 from here, and if you want to clear it, you just need about 220.
Yeah, but it's gonna take you 2 shots to get to the green, anyways.
Yeah.
You want to get a good.
Probably drive it, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Oh
I'm
wait,
gonna
wind
pull-
might be helping us.
Yeah, but fuck
is
it. We
helpful.
might as well get one driver shot in here today. Get some practice with this one.
Might 3 with this one. Hey, did any of you guys leave a vest or have a vest? Somebody's vest fell off in the last hole. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just before the tee box or
Like
after.
after the tee box when you step off it. You're welcome.
Hit the trees. Good. That might, if it went straight, I think it was gonna roll all the way to the water.
I think it was gonna turn right though.
But it's water till the.
But it's all like it's. I don't know how much water is actually.
It's water all the way till that
light.
150 thing.
Oh, nice shot.
What about live golf? What's your take?
It's good for the game overall. It shakes up golf, man.
Yep.
Golf got a little. PGA got a little fat and lazy. Thought everybody when they were the only league that you could play in, they had made all the rules. They had all the control. And then now Live Golf came along, and yes, they're owned by the
Right
Saudis.
here, I think.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
What? I thought it went
yeah.
further.
Like they're owned by the Saudis.
The Saudi Arabia fund.
So, you know, you can question all their political stuff that they do. But like we were talking about the other day, it's not like the U.S. for Boy Scouts and shit either.
Yep.
You know, so
Look at Canada ourselves.
right.
We
So
supply
I mean, like
so many
that's what.
countries with weapons and stuff, yet we're talking about one particular government.
And you know what? We probably had our own set of issues. That just is what it is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But at the same time, though, it's taking out the political aspect of it, right? Because that's not the main talking point here. That's a conversation for another day. But when you have competition,
Yep.
it gives the players a little bit more control. It improves the game because you're seeing all these, like even if you look at NFL and the XFL and all these other leagues came on, NFL took stuff from the XFL, like Vince McMahon with the cameras and stuff,
Hell yeah.
and they made it even better.
Vince put so much. Nice out. Vince put so much money into that and put it into the right things that other people saw it and they're like, yo, this is actually
Right?
awesome.
Like he had some bad ideas and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody running to the 50-yard line to get a ball.
Yeah.
But then back then, no one gave a shit about concussions, to be
And
honest. So
to
no one
him,
gave-
it was more of a, he wanted an even more bloody sport than football.
He
He
did.
wanted it more of like, yo,
he
like,
wanted
get out there
wrestling and football
wrestling.
combined together and
Yeah.
get some UFC in there, maybe some boxing. Like
You
who
had
knows?
killers, man. Guys that were just how they have, they caught somebody doing a bounty in the NFL.
Yeah.
In the XFL, it was loud.
loud,
You
yeah.
could actually be like, here, play, go get that guy. Like,
You could have your own. Remember the guy who said he hate me on the back of his jersey
Yeah.
and shit? This is funny stuff, man.
they were ahead of their time.
It's like some of the shit works, but that's what like PGA didn't have for the longest time. Is everybody grew up on the legend of the PGA with the Jack Nicklaus's and all these guys, and then Tiger and the next generation that took over. But with today's generation, they're not necessarily caring about. You know what? They want the money.
Yeah.
And they don't care which league gives it to them, and they want some control. They want a lot more control than the players
They
in the
do.
past, right?
Yeah.
And which is fair. I get it. You put all that money, you put all the effort in. Like you say, you put you have sponsors behind you. If you don't do well, all of a sudden they're pulled,
Yeah.
right? Like it. So I get it. As much as we talk shit about the people behind Live Golf is good. Is great for golf.
It is. Look at Rory, who started talking shit about Live Golf. B, by this happening, him and Tiger Woods asked the PGA to open up their own little league,
Yep.
a junior league, which they allowed. Now Rory's came 180 degrees basically back into, hey, yo, actually Live is good.
Well, he was talking about it the other day when he had that interview, and he's like, "It's not just Live Golf's competition. You also
Not.
have to watch out for all the social media
Yeah.
people that are now doing that too, because they don't necessarily need to go into golf to make money anymore, right? So, and to be honest, PGA is not easy. Like, there's a lot of guys that are really good golfers that
Really
just
good.
don't make it.
Yep.
Especially for like even the female game, a lot of people talk shit about the Paige Spearnax and the other.
She has more followers than most of the top golfers.
Exactly, and she's doing promotional stuff to
Yeah,
promote the
so
game of
think
golf.
of it, you already have more following. You're also bringing eyes onto golf. First of all, it's like those kind of people are good for golf because
100%.
they're bringing all their attention.
They
on
still
golf.
love golf,
They love it.
but at the same time, and like even hockey, NBA, all these other things, right? They're not the traditional way of doing things. Isn't the best way to do things anymore.
The latest interview on Paige, actually, she said that she, was in the LPGA trying to compete. She's like, it was so stressful and so hard and depressing to always have to get up and losing to these girls that she's like, I had to go to this.
And you know what? It's just another career path. Like
It
it is.
Instead of golf being it's still a career of hers because she still does
Well,
a lot
she's
of
making
golf
a lot
stuff.
of money. There's content creation. I get it.
OnlyFans,
It's another
her
way.
OnlyFans is huge.
It's called OnlyPage, not OnlyFans.
Only Paige, yeah.
Heard it from a friend of mine.
Only Paige.
But at the same time, like if it's growing the game of golf, doesn't matter how it's done.
Yeah.
Right? Like if an NHL or NBA or any sort of other male or female athlete did modeling and all this other stuff, would it really matter how
Yeah.
it's
Like, yeah, we get the whole Saudi Arabian thing, but they're not the ones playing the golf.
well, they're not.
End of the day, they're just putting money behind the marketing.
And,
all.
and the thing is, they saw an opportunity to
This-
make money because golf had been kind of
Yeah.
slacking a little bit.
This actually might have now, by opening Live Golf, might help that other super league that Saudis are trying to create with soccer now.
Oh.
So now, like before,
Well,
they
the
did the
thing-
ban on
but
those teams right away.
They are,
and
but
it's
thing
just
is,
fines.
they take out too many teams, and then what is soccer with some of those elite? But I get it though. Some of them do deserve to get.
No, so what happens in soccer is your team can play in different leagues.
Yeah. Oh.
So you can play. Your player can be playing for his national team. He could be playing for his actual club team.
Yes.
He could jump on and get a transfer on another team for a certain amount of money to play on that team for a little bit. So you can play multiple things. Saudi's just like, hey, you know what? Part of the year we're gonna have a couple of games that are just Saudi back games, and it's a different league. And we want these top guys, but eventually we'll try to open it up for more. But soccer, FIFA is like, hey, we want all that dough.
Well, that's the thing with soccer and FIFA is that they want the control, man. It's hard to
Control.
give up control.
But I love, like, I want to, just by seeing the atmosphere and some of the players that are in LIV, I want to go attend in the U.S. one of the LIV events.
Well,
A, it's going to be cheaper still than a PGA, and
Yeah.
B, they say it's way funner.
Well, if you look at some of the players and stuff, it's not like they have some really good quality players in the LIV Golf. Obviously, they took them from the PGA, but at the same time,
Wow.
like I think it's good for the game of golf to grow it. Even back with like wrestling and shit back in the day, even UFC, all these other sports that really only didn't have any competition. They got lazy, they got fat. People started slacking a little bit instead of trying to grow the game.
I think LIV Golf has the true number one right now. DJ is the true number one.
Well,
of the way he's been playing on the PGA.
That's the other part of that too. Is like, is how do you like? Obviously, I think they need to nice shot. I think they need to, what do you call it? Have a little, like a all-star competition.
Yep.
With like the best of LIV versus the best of the PGA, and then you do a little skills competition that you would typically do. You can even do it at the Waste Management Open or something because they already have a great atmosphere for
Yeah.
these kind of events anyways, is to do like the furthest drive. Maybe you have like a game of horse
Yeah. They don't have
or
any
peg or something. or whatever you wanna-
extracurricular games. It's only golf.
Well,
Guys have to wait, and they're only practicing golf. But then, like, you only get to see them A, practicing, which is boring anyways, and then B, you only get to see them on some of the holes because some of the crowd's already waiting on some holes and not
Yeah.
leaving because they're waiting for, say, like a Tiger or somebody big to come through that hole.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I love that like LIV has some sick locations for their tournaments right now. I opened up a bit.
They got yardage on it though, and it's open area, so yeah, you're not bad. Still in a good spot.
Damn it. Got a lot of height too.
You did. Well, luckily it didn't go all the
Ah.
way right. It just went to the
I
right.
want a low runner more than a fucking high that just sits after.
But at least you got distance, and you know what? You probably would have had a good, decent shot from that distance anyway. So
The one thing I'm definitely gonna probably get another lesson on is the driver,
I think so too. I think that
because that matters the most out of the game if you think about just those big holes.
Well, you get most shots you typically have to use the driver
Yeah.
anyway. So
Like 3-wood is probably my favorite. I just want to get the driver the favorite somehow.
if you can
Yeah,
get,
careful.
If you can get your driver.
Do one more practice where you don't get ground. A little bit up.
Oh shit!
Thank God I hit all that gunk. Bite, man. Holy fuck. What are you doing?
That was weird. It must have just chopped it straight.
Yeah,
down.
kind of came more down as you kind of came up a little bit. If you just stay in the shot a little bit longer. You're probably a second off in total time, if
So
not
many
a half.
shots like that.
It's crazy that it's inches, man. Game of inches. Nice connection, man.
Yeah, that's probably the best connection.
That was a
I've had.
solid connection. Ah, why am I turning it?
A little too much.
Okay. Okay. I just missed the green with that second shot.
Dog leg, right? Are you gonna try to cut it? Or are you gonna-
250.
to the hole, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to the left. And that did it like it did last time, I hope. Wow. None of there's 0 perfect brackets remaining for March Madness right now.
God damn. Oh no.
Did it roll back?
I can't tell where it rolled.
I was aiming, you know what the 100 yard marker is? If you hit it below the tree and just let it roll, it'd be the perfect stroke.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's what I was kind of aiming for too, but mine went there and then went right. Yours hit the thing dead on.
God damn it. I was hoping for a little more, it was going to come a little further right.
Yeah.
It went right in it.
Mine was hoping to be a little more straighter. I need to give you some of my curve.
No. It's going to be a low shot and have to dodge this 150 markers now.
Yeah. But I think it helps that you're right-handed.
Just hit a 6 iron, now I'm hitting another one. Oh my goodness. I tried to cut the shit out of that.
This is 100 and something yards, right?
You are looking at 107.
Oh, hit right.
Not bad. Ah, damn, that shit ate it up.
That ate mine up too. It just died. Remember we played this course on shrooms in a July weather?
Yeah.
That was the best idea ever. Well, you saw what I did and you eased up. I
Yeah.
knew you were going to ease up after that.
Definitely.
Actually, we're about the same distance from both ends.
Yeah.
This is a par 4, right?
Yeah.
I got bows. Bows.
Definitely got there. Might be on the green.
Might be on the green.
Might be on it.
Oh.
Kind of popping up after you're
Yeah.
on your downswing.
And
You're
it
coming-
feels so nice. Yeah.
You're coming down right at it.
Instead of going under.
Like you're trying to come and then you're trying to come at the ball, where you gotta kind of just lose the release to let it kick out a bit.
All right.
It's like usually they say why amateurs don't like are having a bad day at the golf course or an off day. It's because they're not trusting their swing. Like you just got to do a full swing every single time and just trust it, and then you'll know what's wrong. But if you always do half ones and try to do too much movement and random shit, like it's hard to like figure out where your weakness actually is. Like always have the same full swing, and if from that swing somebody should be able to tell you, hey, you're just doing this. Then you change that, but still do your full swing.
Yeah.
Like I'm committed now on every swing, even if I know it's gonna be a bad one that's gonna go hit a fucking house or something. The swing was committed. It just something happened in that it went that day to that left or right.
Right.
I remember when I first learned that I could hit a fucking hybrid a hybrid off the ground,
Yeah.
like around like 180, 190. Even before my hybrids, like the one I had, it would go like 150. That sucked that time of golf when I used to play Juggy. Then he gave me his like a brand new fucking hybrid.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, hit this, only 160 yards. It's like your max shot with this. Hit it, goes like 190 where it should be going. Perfect contact, hits a fucking house. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? You told me to use this club. Same thing happened with me, him, and Jazz.
Yeah.
And Amin, I think, went golfing. Or maybe you were there. It was with Jazz and somebody else. And then he gave me the same club. He's like, don't worry, it won't go 200. I hit it, somehow goes 200, goes on the green, hits a lady putting
Oh.
in the back of her leg.
Oh my, I'd be pissed.
I was like, fuck.
Nice shot. You got for a birdie.
Thank God.
Remember with Johnny same
Wow.
thing.
I thought I was going to get the outside of it. Didn't. Got the outside of the ball.
Yeah, and then it shot even.
God damn it. Get in there, bitch. Birdie chance to a fuck.
Bogey. I told you, a putter.
God damn it.
Putter killed us today.
Destroyed us today. These greens are just weird as fuck.